So in the last video, we saw how we can use CSS to centralize classes, right? And so we may decide to come up with a certain color scheme, and we want to apply that to all of our pages, right? And so maybe we have this class 1, and we want, class 1 has a certain color size and font size and all of these different things, and we want to be able to use it elsewhere. So how would we do that? So we do that with a CSS file. So let's come over here, and we'll create a new file, and we're just going to call it styles.css. Notice, when I type in the S, it puts a little pound sign there, or a hashtag, right? That's saying that it recognizes this as a style sheet. So you can see, we'll go and unclick and it'll load the page. You can tell by the icon, these are web pages, that's an image, right? That's a style sheet. So Visual Studio is really nice like that. It'll show you what type of file it is with a little icon there. So style sheets work very similar to styles without the styles tag. So we're going to come over here and we're going to select all that and we're going to cut it out. And we're going to paste it in styles.css. Notice, this is styles. There's no style tag. In fact, the style tag that's in the index, we'll go ahead and delete because we don't need it anymore. And notice that this is just the styles that we specified. Flat, just regular in a file, right? So that's the way a CSS file works. So now what we're going to do is link that file to here. And so you would do that. This is, again, we talked about the link tag. This is where the link tag comes in. So let's go back to our index and save and reload. And you'll notice all the styles are gone, right? It's back to normal, right? So because we went and we deleted that style tag. So just because the styles.css is in this folder doesn't mean it's applied. You have to add it to the page. So we'll go here to index. And up here in the head, we're going to do the link tab. So this is what the link tag actually does. It allows you to link, one thing you can do is link to a style sheet. So you would do link rel equals style sheet. And so that's saying, okay, we're going to be linking to another file. It's a style sheet. Now we need to tell it the name of the file. So we use this href tag again. And it's styles.css, which is, I'm assuming, what you called it. As long as it's a CSS file and you're consistent in your naming, you should be okay. So simply by doing that, it's now going to embed that style sheet right here. And when we reload, it should be applied. And you'll notice if it doesn't come up, that's because styles.css has not been saved. So do make sure you save all your files. Then you come over here and reload, and your style sheet should be applied. So again, really handy because now it's in a separate file. Why is that handy? Well, let's go back to let's go ahead and copy this so we don't have to retype it, right? And let's go over to our showcase, and let's paste that up in our header. And we'll get rid of the background color. So here we are in our showcase, and we save it. And now if we click, our showcase has the same background color. And if we don't like that background color, we can come into styles and we can change it. Maybe we want, a nice blue this time, Gonzaga blue or something, right? And we save it. Now that style is applied to every page. So it allows you to, in one spot, change the style of all your pages. So we have this class 1 and class 2. Maybe we want to, on index here, we'll go ahead and grab these, copy, and then we'll put them into our showcase as well, right? So here's some text of class 1 and class 2. Again, if we go to our showcase, they're right there. Here's some text of class 2 and class 1. We haven't zoomed in, so you can't see it as much. Maybe we decide, you know what, class 1 is simply too small, right? Well, we come to our style sheet, change class 1. Maybe we want it 16 rather than 6, and we save. And now that is updated on both pages. So you can, again, centrally change everything. Maybe we want class 2 to be a different color. Maybe we want class 2 to be like a grayish color, right? So we come here, we can add a color tag and find a gray in here somewhere. Here's a dark gray here. Should be a semicolon at the end. We'll save it. This should have one too, actually. Save it. And then we reload. So what I mean about HTML being really forgiving, right? You forget your semicolon, it's okay. It knows what you mean. So we hit reload, and now look, it has changed it to gray. And again, it's done it on both pages. So this is the advantage to having a separate CSS file. It allows you to, you can build out your page and get the data on it that you want, and then start formatting how you want the colors to look, how you want things to line up. You can start doing that centrally for all the pages. Rather than having to, if I wanted to change the font color for those, having to go into each page and edit it. If you have 50 of these pages, hopefully you can see how much of a time saver this can be.